Have you ever gone into a dollar store and been able to get out with just buying one thing? No, me either. So I want to show you my haul the other day. I got glasses, I got plates, I got all kinds of great stuff. $1.25 for everything. Now these I thought were darling, and we did use them for my brioche French toast casserole. We had a brunch here outside on the patio on the day before Father's Day with Mike and Colleen. So I needed some things. Colleen wrote down, she said, do you have glasses? We're gonna make Bloody Marys. Well, no, I didn't have any. So I went out that morning to the Dollar Tree, and as you know, the 99-cent store closed. I used to love them, and I'll show you what I used to get there all the time. And I hope Dollar Tree starts stocking these things, these succulents. But anyway, so I looked around for glasses, and they had a lot of regular glasses, and I'm going to show you some of those too. But what I wound up getting were these little glasses that are so cute. They're plastic, and they have that inner double glass where you can see somewhat on the bottom there, which is sort of an insulation to keep things cold, or maybe even hot, I don't know, but they sure kept our Bloody Marys cold. Now, you would not recognize them as a glass because they were in with the paper goods and things, and they had that sippy cup red thing on top. Now, I did save a couple of them. I found two of these that I wanted to show you just so you could recognize how these cups come. But they have a little place here that slides back and forth, and they're also good for the kids and the grandkids. And you stick a straw right in the middle, or you take it off. I took all those off and threw them away. And as it turned out, these glasses were the cutest things, and they were perfect for outdoor drinks. In the category of glasses, Moose reminded me that when our son Bill came down from Idaho, or one of the guys came over, or a couple of his friends, he didn't have any good what he called highball glasses. We used to call that in the old days. I don't know whether they still call them that. So I said, well, I don't think they have a lot of glasses there. As it turned out, they did have an assortment of glasses. Once again, $1.25. So I found him 4 of these, and they're quite heavy bottomed, and they're, I like the shape of them because they're wide around the top. Perfect for some kind of a, I don't know, because I don't drink these drinks, but Moosey liked them. You can put a lot of ice cubes in and serve a bourbon or whiskey or whatever you want with these. But when I was looking also, and I did get these are much heavier, and I thought cuter. And they say whiskey on there. And these are quite heavy on the bottom. Now these glasses probably would cost you somewhere maybe $5 or $10 somewhere, but they were $1.25. Smaller, but a nice glass to serve just maybe a bit, to have a friendly drink with a friend. So the glass situation was great. They also had a lot of stemmed glass too, which was fine. So I did well with the glasses. And now I don't know where to put them. I've decided that I'm going to my cabinet, my new cabinet behind me, where I keep all my gardening equipment and my bird food, my cat food, my tools. And I think I'm going to maybe have a place in there just for outdoor plastic glasses and plates and things for dining outside. So I'm going to get these out of the way now. Then I thought, well, I need a couple of little serving dishes. So I started, you know, that impulse buying thing. And at the same time, I did have a red theme going here. And I thought too, well, this would also be good for 4th of July. Now, we don't have anything planned, but it's still, even if it's just Moosey and I here, or 1 or 2 of the kids dropped over, we could eat outside and have a nice 4th of July theme going. And by the way, they had tons of things with that theme. They had little things that you hang, and flags, and all sorts of red, white, and blue things. So $1.25. Things for chips. So I thought we could put guacamole in these, this little stem dish, and I kind of stuck with the red, but they have these in clear glass and other colors too. These are just paper, and you get little packages of them. Once again, $1.25, and I guess you get 12 in each package. But great little things for salads, or I thought these were cute for summer. Now, I did buy a couple of more dishes that I have to show you because they go along with that serving dish. Now, when you want to do an outdoor charcuterie of some kind, this would be great. You can put all your meats or your hamburgers, whatever you're going to serve, plenty of these plates. And of course, you saw my red plates. These were quite nice quality, red, and I think they had a couple of other colors. They had a lot of a royal blue. They had yellow, summer themed colors too. So not just red. $1.25, really. Now, as you know, I love my deviled eggs. And I have a couple of deviled egg glass plates, Fostoria and a few other things. Some deviled egg plates that were my mother's, but I didn't want to bring those outside. You need plastic for outside, for everything. So they had one of these. Now, you could put guacamole in the middle. You could put your deviled eggs around the outside. Where else could you find something for $1.25? And this cute little plate, which I haven't used yet, but these are great. And I can keep all these outside. Now, getting away from the red, white, and blue theme, or the red theme, I did want some regular plates that would just be nice for normal summer dining. And I found these darling plates, $1.25, and it is the tortoise theme. And you can't see it, but the tablecloth that I have on here, and I did buy an extra one, is the same theme. It's plastic, $1.25, and they have them in several sizes. This is a pretty good size. I think it's 52 by 70. Then they go up a couple of sizes. $1.25 for these. And they match these cute plates. So I did get 4 of these plates with the tortoise on, and this goes with your summer greens, your green theme. So I thought these were cute, and I can still use my regular glasses outside. Now, most of this haul was outdoor things for my patio, but I could have gone wild on so many other things. I remember telling you a story of the day that I went to the 99-cent store. Now, I love that store because I could get succulents and plants. Many of my begonias and my plants, look at these succulents. All of these I used to get at 99-cent store. And I've kept them in tiny little small pots. You can't see it, but these are all very small little pots here. Mainly because I like to do fairy gardens and things, and I want to keep them small. And if you keep them in the small little pots, then you can do all these little fairy garden. Now, if I started to transplant these into bigger pots, they would grow bigger and bigger. And I must show you what I've done with some cactus. That I'm very excited about. But I started to tell you a story about the day that I went to 99-cent store about a year ago. Moose had lost his credit card and was dealing with our bank as to getting it redone. And he was talking with someone on the phone about charges. He was afraid someone else had charged on it. So about 10 minutes after they had this conversation, the fellow calls Moose back, and I was out shopping at that point. And I happened to be in 99-cent store probably 10 minutes before this. And Moose said that the fellow called me. He said, "Uh-oh, Mr. M." He said, "I think we have a charge on here that seems really ridiculous. Someone charged $175 at the 99-cent store on your card." And he said, "How can you spend that much money at a Dollar Tree or 99-cent store?" And Moose said he knew that that was one of my stops, and he said, "It's okay, John," he said. That was my wife, and they both howled over that one. But that day was one of my huge impulse buying days, And I tell you, I'm so glad there's at least a couple of these dollar stores around, because there are some great buys on them. Now, here is something that is a non sequitur so far as this goes. I love, as you know, anything old looking, especially old Victorian homes and everything back east. And I remember at one point, I think we must have lived in, or Moosey's brother lived in, an old Victorian home that had, in the kitchen, it had a tin ceiling. And it looked like this. Do you remember those? In fact, some of you might even live in homes like those. Can you see it with all this? Well, as I was strolling the aisles, I saw these boxes of these self-adhesive wall tiles. And they were $1.25 for each one, which is so cheap. When I remember at one point I was going to do something like this in a bathroom, and the adhesive tiles were hugely expensive. And I thought, well, my tiny little bathroom, I already have a little leak in the ceiling, and I'd like to kind of, the ceiling was a little dark in one point. I had a little brown spot. And I thought, I'm going to try and see if these work. So I bought 3 just to experiment. But this is the kind of stuff you might find in your Dollar Tree. So where are we here? Oh, this is the fun part. So, you know how you're always looking and you find what you might call little gadgets. Those things that you don't know what you use them for, but sometimes when you bring them home, they turn out to be the most fabulous little thing and you can't believe how you ever lived without it. Or it turns out to be one of those throwaways. Well, I found a couple of those, and let me show you some of them. Now, if they had had 2 of these, I would have bought 2. Now, it's not a frog. It's not a frog mouth. It's a rubberized mitt for lifting heavy things. Now, I have some flat mitts. Moosey recently bought me some. And when I go to take a hot something out of the oven, it doesn't bend enough for me to get it. But look at this. You will not burn your fingers with these. So easy. Why did I not think of this? Now I know it's funny, isn't it? But I looked all over for the second one. So I'm going to keep my eyes out for one more of these so that I can use these. This is amazing. $1.25. Do any of you have any of these? That's a saver. Okay, now once again, look at this. I haven't used this yet, but I have one in the kitchen that I do use. And this is something that you would wash pots with. A nice stiff brush that you fill this area with your liquid cleanser, and you push down. The stuff goes down into the brush with water. I have one in there that I use every single time I'm at the sink. It is amazing, and I ordered it on Amazon. It's a white ceramic bowl that has a little sponge in it and one of these brushes with a nice wooden top. And that's all I clean all my pans with. I just dip it. It's already got the fluid mixed with the soap gel. Push it around and it cleans. It sort of takes the place of a scrubby or a Brillo pad or something. But I thought I'd get another one. So try one of these. Now, what else did I find in here? Oh, here's a 2-in-1 thing. Same idea, only this one has a scrubby brush on the bottom. So do you use any of these? I could have gone wild in that section, but I stopped. Oh, I just saw some more things over here. Of course, there's all kinds of little sippy cups, these plastic cups. This I love. Now this, I guess you could put your hand in here or something, but you can always use a duster, right? And I have dust in my house. In fact, I have Brendan in there today getting some cobwebs and cleaning my overhead fans and things. He's home from college and he's started helping us out. So great. Between Brendan and Shannon, I am so glad they're home because they help me change my sheets. They help me do my heavy cleaning. They're wonderful. I had to stop for a little while. I have Brendan inside. As I told you, Shannon and Brendan are taking turns every week doing our cleaning, and they're doing heavy duty cleaning. They're great. They had these big long things. They're getting the cleaning off the fans in the kitchen and the bedroom, and right now Brendan's up on top of my bed cleaning the fans and everything. They're great. I don't mind having these kids in my house doing this. They're fine, and I'm rewarding them, obviously. One of the last things that I wanted to show you, and I've had these and I've given so many of these to the grandkids. Let me show you what this is. And I happened to see them. They were out of them for such a long time. And this goes along with a beauty tip. And it's one of those satin pillowcases. I just love this. It has my satin pillowcase that I have on my bed. I bet I've washed 30 times or more. Isn't this cute? It's probably for a queen size pillow, but it would probably fit a regular pillow too. It's not quite as long. Maybe it would go on the king, but these are wonderful. They wash beautifully, and of course these are so good for your hair, for not getting tangled. Moosey's clock. Have you seen this? I'm supposed to be hanging this up today. It's 11 o'clock. Isn't that cute? So I would get a couple of these. They're so fun to give to the granddaughters, to the daughters, and for yourself too. Satin for sleeping at night. They wash beautifully. And even when I slug with my Vaseline at night, or I put the Vaseline on my face, if it gets on the pillowcase, it always will come off. So good thing. This goes right in the washer and the dryer too. So that's about it. Oh, I forgot to tell you too, when I went in the crafts aisle, as you know, I showed you my nativity scene made out of rocks that I painted. And so many of you commented on that and loved it, that you have inspired me to paint Joseph and perhaps find some rocks now for the three wise men. I have a donkey and I have a cow and I have a little sheep, and I might just, that's one of the few things that I could bring out at Christmas. A lot of my decorations at Christmas have stayed in the tubs because the cottage is so small, and all the Christmas decorations that we've had over the years, especially when our family home, were big things that were all over the house. And a lot of it has been going to the kids little by little. And usually I bring in my creche and some favorite ornaments and some mantle things, and that's about it. But I definitely will bring in my little rock nativity scene. So to get back to the Dollar Tree, I found paints for Joseph. I still have some paints, but I didn't know if I still had my brown for Joseph's robes, and I bought some kind of a yellow gold, and I will be doing that, and probably maybe I'll do a nice craft rock painting video. Colleen and Micah and the kids have painted rocks on their summer RV trips way up north. Every year they always went. I think 10 years in a row, they used to take 10 days and go way up north to a campsite on a river and loved it. And the kids always said that was their favorite holiday that they took as family, even including the year they went to the British Isles and they went down to Exuma in the Caribbean. And anyway, they loved that. And they would paint rocks. And I'm going to walk through Colleen's she has a grape arbor going all the way down the whole back of the house. And that's where I bet they have 100 painted rocks back there. And every year she sprays them with, oh, look who's up on my table here, Shamu. Come here. Come over here. Come here. Shamu, come here and say hello. Every year she sprays them with Varathane, and it renews them because the sun and the water every year will fade the rocks. So I'll walk through there and show you some of their rocks too. So I think that might be something. Would you like to turn around and say hello? She's so needy since she's become an indoor cat, honestly. I know. Turn around and say hello to the ladies. Come here. I know. They don't want to see your tail. They want to see your pretty face. Come here. Turn around. See? There. There we go. There. Is that good? Yes. Yes, she wants to be near Mama. I have a new toddler that I'm taking care of. She likes to be out, but when she's out, she wants to be around people. Isn't that weird? So, hello. Okay, Shemo, you can go now. All right, sit down if that's what you want to do. All right, she settled down. I'll get out my rocks. Not that I have time for rocks these days. I still have some projects going. I'm still trying to weed out little by little, but I am enjoying myself. And my philosophy is to take it slow, continue to live the simple life, and enjoy whatever pops up with Moosey and I. I better go in and see how Brendan's coming with the fan in the bedroom. So my new cleaning crew of Brendan and Shannon, who are taking turns each week, is working out just great. Brendan just finished up 3 or 4 hours of deep cleaning. It's great what these kids are doing, and I don't think any team of women could have done a better job. They're doing some real heavy-duty cleaning, getting the fans all cleaned off with this special 6-foot extender Swiffer. Have you ever used it? The only trouble with it is that you can't wash after you've cleaned the tops of fans and gotten cobwebs and things. You can't wash these little Swiffer things, these dusters. You take them off and you throw them away. So I had to send for a box of refills, which I got 11 refills, and you really use those things up pretty quickly. So there must be a better way to get something. We have high ceilings with a lot of beams. The cottage is charming, even though it is 100 years old, and trying to whip it back into shape is a lot harder than we thought it was. But they're doing a great job, and we're thrilled with it. Now, I forgot to tell you about something else that I picked up at Dollar Tree. For those of you cat lovers, and those of you who use the clumping sand, probably even the pellets, I don't know whether this would work as well. No, it wouldn't, because the pellets don't go through here. So this is working fine for in between the times when you just take everything out and dump it in the end. But for those in between times when you want to just clean up the little cat debris and the clumping sand falls through, this works really well. It's in the kitchen utensil thing with all those things that hang on the wall, and this has worked fine. Now, I also do have one of those wire things which will let a lot more sand fall through quicker, but this really is working fine. $1.25. Now, I do want to tell you that within the next video, I am getting back to, a lot of you have asked for more videos about hair. I'm going to try an updo. As you know, I did cut my hair, and someone wanted to know if I could cut my hair again. I'm not going to do that until the fall comes again. Now I'm letting it grow, and so I can start doing my updos and get rid of my little piggy tails here. But at least it's off my neck in the back right now. But I'm going to try to do an updo for shorter hair, shorter aging, thinning hair, as a lot of us have these days. And I'm going to try and do an updo of some sort. I've also discovered a few makeup tricks, and I'm going to show you what I learned. And one of them has to do with chiseling the cheeks, and that will help us also. So we'll get back to some aging hair and face tricks and have some fun with beauty in the next video also. I think that might be it for a while. I picked some more tomatoes from my vines, and I had some red ones, and I am going to have a tomato sandwich. right now. I'm going to cut up one of my tomatoes. I still don't have my big beefsteaks yet, but I did get one about that big, and Moosey and I are kind of fighting over that one. He likes to eat his tomatoes in his hand with some salt on them. Just bite into them and enjoy it that way. So I'm gonna pop on my nice cool bed. Our room in there is so cool from the air, I can't believe it. And I'm really looking forward to it. Summer is here. So thanks again, my friends, for watching and binging. I just got a notice from YouTube that I've just put up our 500th video. And that's amazing. In almost 4 years, not quite. I'm very proud of myself. I don't know what in heaven's name. Someone said, what in heaven's name can you think of every time you do another video and you're up to almost 500? Who knows? But it keeps working. And I'm still able to talk about stuff. Love you so much. Thanks again for binging, for watching, and I'll see you real soon. God bless us all.